Hello everyone, welcome to Connecting Minds. I am Dr. Viswanath Aluru. Here is an imagined conversation with Mr. Aravind Krishna, Chairman and CEO of IBM. In this conversation, we're going to talk about debunking AI myths and IBM's enterprise AI strategy. This conversation is mainly grounded in his actual public statements, IBM strategy, including Watson, platform hybrid cloud, recent earnings momentum, and Wall Street views. So what are we going to talk in this conversation is mainly divided into 4 parts. The first part would be the AI reality check. What is actually happening in the AI world and related to the enterprise software? And how are we going to modernize the legacy enterprise software systems? Number 3, how we're going to transform the workforce within the organization, and also internal operations efficiency. Number 4, how these enterprise software companies can position themselves and what would be the Wall Street outlook. So these are the 4 main areas that we're going to cover in this conversation. Let's get started. Many legacy players are scrambling while hyperscalers are pouring trillions of dollars into these data centers in this AI boom. So our first question was, what's the view on the state of the software companies and the enterprise software in this AI era? According to Mr. Krishna, we're still in the very early innings of the enterprise AI adoption. The players are on the field, but the game is just beginning. And if we're not playing the game, we're going to miss it entirely. So AI is moving past the hype cycle into a real business value, unlocking productivity, turning data into a complete competitive edge, and powering agentic systems that handle complex workflows autonomously. At IBM, they have doubled down on hybrid cloud plus AI model. Their software business is now about 45% of the company and growing about 10%, while the overall business is growing at about 5%. That's because the enterprises, they want trustworthiness, explainable AI that runs on the data, whether it's in the cloud or prem or on mainframes. It's not just the black box models that cost a fortune to run. But how about these massive trillion-dollar data bets by hyperscalers on the data centers? According to Mr. Krishna, the math simply doesn't work at that scale. So, to give a perspective, a single gigawatt of capacity is about $80 billion today. Scale that to 100 gigawatts of capacity for these AGI dreams, and we're talking about trillions of dollars with no clear path to profit margins. But according to Mr. Krishna, enterprise AI will unlock trillions of dollars in productivity compared to what these hyperscalers are pouring in to the data center boom. So let's talk about this decade-old systems, the legacy systems of these enterprises. How do they actually adopt AI to this legacy software? For example, COBOL mainframes, old Java apps, RPG on IBM. These aren't going away overnight. So let's see what Mr. Krishna has to say about this. So the legacy, it's not a bug. It's where the crown jewels of business logic live. That's why they built IBM Watson X Code Assistant as an enterprise-grade answer. It uses granite models fine-tuned for real-world code bases to do what general-purpose tools cannot do, like understand, explain, refactor, translate, and test legacy code with full context and governance. For mainframes, it accelerates COBOL modernization, discovery, documentation, even automated transformation to Java. while keeping the performance, security, and resiliency of the platform. For Java apps, it mainly does guided modernization to cloud native architectures. For IBM I, it bridges the skills gap that retiring developers leave behind. So they have seen 18 times developer productivity gains in some cases. The approach is iterative and low risk. Start with analysis and explanation, then move on to transformation only where it makes business sense. No rip and replace disasters. This is how we modernize legacy systems with confidence in the AI native era. How is AI changing day-to-day work inside these companies? And what IBM is doing about workforce training so the people aren't left behind. So at IBM, AI is already reshaping the workforce productively, not just disruptively. They have used AI to automate routine HR tasks and replace several hundreds of roles, but they have redeployed people into higher value areas like software engineering, sales, AI strategy. Overall, they have generated about 1.6 billion efficiencies so far and are targeting about 3 billion. So 75% of internal services queries are now run through AI self-service. The future of work is AI agents that make tools easier for everyone, not just coders. Employees will orchestrate these agents for customer service, operations, or creative tasks, but success of using these AI agents requires skills. That's why the IBM is committed to skilling about 30 million people globally by 2030 through IBM Skills Build. It's a free or low-cost courses in AI, cloud computing, cybersecurity, quantum computing, and so on. For example, in India alone, they have targeted 5 million learners by 2030. They have also pledged to train 2 million Americans in advanced AI skills. Talent is everywhere, but the training opportunities are not everywhere. So partnerships with community colleges, governments, and companies like Pearson are making it possible to scale this level of training. The goal is turn AI fear into AI fluency. And the next question coming to how this company valuations and Wall Street projections. So recently, IBM stock took a hit amid broader AI coding tool fears. Yet, AI business at IBM grew 30% last year to about $12.5 billion. So what's the outlook? According to Mr. Aravind Krishna, markets can be volatile. Stock dropped sharply in February of 2026 on headlines about new AI code tools threatening legacy modernization. But analysts see through that. Jefferies reaffirmed buy with a $370 target precisely because Watson X Code Assistant directly addresses the COBOL Java challenge. Consensus targets sit around $321 to $334, implying 30 to 40% upside from a recent level near $220. 11 out of 21 analysts rate IBM as either buy or strong buy. But where is this confidence coming from? So their AI revenue is already at scale, software is re-accelerating, and they guide more than 5% revenue growth for 2026 with strong free cash flow expansion to about $15.7 billion. Since Mr. Krishna became CEO of IBM, the market value has roughly tripled by focusing on hybrid cloud, open AI, and practical enterprise use cases. So Wall Street mainly understands the companies that deliver measurable ROI fastest while governing data and ethics will ultimately win. So that is where exactly the IBM is positioned right now. One last thought when we asked about any advice for software leaders navigating this AI challenge. According to Mr. Aravind Krishna, he says start small with low risk use cases like customer experience, service calls, etc. Prove ROI, then scale to agents and complex processes. Invest in people. Trustworthy, explainable AI on your hybrid infrastructure will separate winners from the rest. So the next decade of AI will surpass even the boldest expectations only if you execute with discipline. So the Krishna's real world pragmatism shines through enterprise first, not hype driven, modernization without disruption strategy, and heavy emphasis on skills as the ultimate moat. So IBM's hybrid AI playbook using Watson X code assistant skills build strategy positions it as the safe pair of hands for legacy heavy enterprises, while Wall Street rewards the steady growth story despite short term noise. So, thank you very much for joining me today on this Connecting Minds podcast. Once again, see you all in the next podcast and have a good day.